welcome back to the Cosmic Neko channel. Now, I'm Cosmic, and well, that should be obvious to anyone who's been here before, but if you haven't, well then, stick around, because if you clicked on this video, it means that you might enjoy the content, so I'll do my best to entertain you. It's Trail Makers, of course. As the title, well, I guess the title doesn't say it. Maybe I should start putting all my games in the titles. They usually do. But maybe I should just, it would probably be better for the YouTube algorithm as well. No, there is no starting soon screen, mostly because I don't think it's necessary, and I also do not have the resources necessary for it. I mean, I could just throw together a screen like my Be Right Back, but I kind of feel like I need more than just that, you know? I'm gonna start my stream beats. I always forget to do that, but I feel like for starting soon stream, you need like some sort of intro song, or like a GIF, like a loading GIF of some sort, or like some sort of clips, you know, to like get people ready for it. And I don't have anything like that. And I have, you know, the thing that like, I know that most of the time something is better than nothing, but not always. Sometimes it just makes you look lazy if you throw something together. So instead, I just start right when I start. Preparations and things like that aren't really that hard. I mean, I usually set up the title and everything before the stream. Other than that, like, I don't know what other people get ready. The only reason why I could find that it'd be necessary to get ready, getting ready like thing, like starting soon type of deal, is if they have a lot of followers that they want to give time to gather up. But I do not have as many devoted followers as someone, you know, higher up on the channel. So obviously I will probably have one someday, but I'm just saying that now's not the time. Now is the time for some trail makers, so I will get that started. Now I was building a plane yesterday, and so a lot of it is already done, but I'm gonna keep working on it. It doesn't work exactly as I want it to. It's getting closer, and I have 2 versions saved. I should have probably saved an earlier version if I knew I was going to decide to stream Trail Makers. The music might be a bit loud. It's loud for me. I'll turn it down a little, and that was kind of a peak. But it's just going to be single player. For me alone to work on this. I don't feel like adding an internet connection to the equation would be a good idea. I should probably silence the in-game music now that I have my stream beats on. That would probably be a good idea. So, blueprints. I guess I could show you some other stuff that I've done. I've attempted to make like a spaceship before. I can't remember which one of these is my fastest, but I do like using this technique, although it has evolved since I made this, and I feel like I want to make another version. But basically, I got rid of as much what do you call it, drag as possible to try and make this thing go really fast, using this glitch that when you put a block, certain blocks, a certain distance from these pads, these hover pads, it creates a really powerful, what I guess was dubbed the UFO engine, and it's pretty great. I'm not actually sure if my method works anymore, but hopefully it does. Just okay, yep. And then I can drop the wheels, break the sound barrier, and oh yeah, it's not quite the same. Oh, yeah, you can't really control it. It's not like a plane, but it goes hacking fast. Oh, that was a better trajectory. And I kind of want to put this on the plane. I want to use UFO engines for what I'm doing, but at the moment what I'm doing doesn't even work with the regular engines. So a glitch UFO engine is not going to be reliable. I do actually have a UFO that I made. Yeah, delete the other one. I can't remember. Okay, so I think I need gimbals. So that's left shift. And go in all directions. Okay, there they are. It's not quite balanced anymore. Yeah. I meant to turn that back on the other ones and not turn off those. Okay. Well, they're both on now. And so it's kind of just supposed to like hover like this and go in the other 4 directions. Its balancing system seems to be going a little haywire against the updates. But see, because of the gimbals, it's like basically weightless. What I didn't install was a way to spin or anything, as far as I know, which wasn't really part of my plan for that one. But the one I'm working on is kind of like a fusion between drone and plane. And so it's kind of a VTOL, but it's kind of not. In this version, if I activate this mode, it kind of hovers, which I was hoping would be like a really cool way to hover without hover pads and just, you know, scoot around. But I actually don't really have a way to go forward in that mode without adding too much weight that the hover doesn't actually work. So a hovercraft without hover pads might need to come later, but it just uses, you know, that helicopter engine for turning. It's the easiest, especially since I've already added a lot of moving parts. It's really not good to do more, but the main feature of this one that I'm trying to work, make the best it can be, it currently doesn't have any up or down in this version. It does in the next one. It's just a simple hinge that curves the wings. I'm trying to think something with surfaces. The lift surfaces? Is that like the more proper term for a wing? I don't know. Something having to do with surfaces. But as you can see, it has this mode where it goes into VTOL and it can go straight up, which is really nice for avoiding collisions. Obviously it's not perfect, not even in the current version I have, but it's good for what I want it to do, because it flies pretty well. But see, if I were going to hit that, I can just stop and go around. It's like a brake for a plane. It's absolutely revolutionary. Like, I haven't seen anything else with this type of movement, these types of settings. And yeah, well, this was an older version actually. It's better now. Well, not really, because with an air brake, you only use it to slow down and drop. Like an air brake would be more like this, which is instantaneous actually. That's something I really like, is that if you do want to use the air brake, it's instantaneous. But the way the lift surfaces are positioned, it's actually balanced so well. You can see it goes like straight down and really slowly. And thanks to the balancing system I've added into it, if I just hold the go button, it just goes really straight, doesn't fall too much. I might want to make it to where it lifts up a little bit instead of goes down slightly, but like it's pretty nice. It's got a newer version though, where I made a lot of changes. The balancing system operates better if it's in the center, so I actually moved the seat back here, made it lighter, and I did a little bit of balancing with it, but it's still not quite where I want it. It's got the same functionality as the last one, except it's also got pitch, no roll, although I'm not sure if I want roll on this one, because with the balancing system I would just get confused. I'd need to put in some logic where the balancing system turns off while it's rolling, otherwise it would just try and fight itself. And yeah, it flies fairly well for how unconventionally shaped it is, and its operation is still the same as the last one, but it's somewhat improved. Let's see, I can just go straight up if I want, and then I can let go of everything, and it's so well balanced that it just glides. I mean, not forward. Well, I guess it's not gliding then. It just kind of floats down gently. Sadly not gently enough that it won't break on impact. I might want to add more wings because of that. But once I get this smaller version working, I want to make a bigger version that does actually have like deployable landing gear and stuff. See, it still broke. Even though it was going down fairly lightly, it lost that fin. This one also has the mode where it tries to hover, but it's heavier now, so the propellers aren't quite there. I guess it kind of works going downhill, but yeah. So today I want to keep working on this because I think it's a cool plane, and I think it would actually be especially fun to fight with because of how maneuverable it is compared to more traditional planes that you usually put in dogfights that go mostly straight. Most of their directional, most of their velocity, right, is forward. When in this one, you can just straight up air brake. you can go straight up like a VTOL. Oh, it lost its balance there. And then it goes crazy. It's one of the problems that I need to fix. Not sure how yet, but I am streaming so other people can make suggestions as well if they're experienced. Yeah, it's a pretty cool plane already, but still needs improvement. So, you know, if I really want help from people who know trail makers, maybe I remember there being a trail makers stream announcement where I think people could post that they're streaming videos and streams. Let's see. Can you, like, looks like it's mostly videos actually. Doesn't look like a lot of people actually announcing their streams here, but I'm gonna do it anyway because why not? I think I just need to post the same link that I did in my Discord. I don't see why they would be different. I'm gonna just put it in there. Doesn't actually show like the screen box, but it's linking to my Twitch. That's good enough. Alright, so how do I improve the balancing system? What is causing its trouble? Sometimes when I try and go straight up, it falls back. So do I just need to add more balance via weight? Distribution of the weight? Or do I make the motors more powerful? Because they are not on max speed, but I don't know if I really want them to be on max speed because they could cause a feedback loop. It's worth a try. I really don't know what could go wrong. Oh, not that one. That one's for... Oh, hello, Dark Soul. trying to revolutionize aero flight right now. Aero flight? What other types of flight are there? None, I believe. Anyway, I think I tuned this fairly well, but it was for my UFO, so let's go up to 4, why not? But I haven't been showing my game this whole time, and Skeleton didn't tell me. I'm so sorry. There was another chatter. Oh, what? Oh, that's what performance mode is. I thought I clicked properties. That's not it. Full screen application, will that just work? Of course it didn't. Specific window. Trailmakers, there it is. Well, thank you. So anyway, so this is a plane. You good at trailmakers? I believe so. I'm fairly better than average, I think. Every now and then I do some races, mostly drag races, because they're the simplest. Driving skills don't really get in the way on that one. Dunning-Kruger effect. Okay. Let me copy that and open a window to look that up. What is this? Peak of what? No, stupid. Confidence and competence. So I'm not really sure where I sit on here. I know I'm not the best, but I have at one point I did get top 10 on every leaderboard of the drag race. I couldn't reach top ever. I was always like split seconds away, because at that point the only methods were like already like barely even seconds to get across the entire thing. Man, I wish I wasn't showing my screen earlier. I forget about stuff like that. I apologize. But anyway. Well, let's try hover mode. Okay. Balancing seems to be working actually. Alright. Okay, well, let's try a takeoff. Well, that's a little bit better. It's still a little wobbly, but although now that I've made the balancing system better, it wants to fight me every time I try and it's not as bad as I thought once I start getting going. Yeah, that ain't so bad. And it keeps me fairly level. I still need either more lift in the front or more weight in the back. But well, see, I know that they're not that great, but they allow for that hover mode I showed you, which I'm not sure really applies yet. I still can't land soft enough, but I just think it's kind of neat that I can kind of do this. I don't have any forward momentum other than the thrusters and the propellers, and they're both pointing in non-forward directions in this position, but I think it's alright. It's definitely better than dragging across the ground. Oh, actually not. It's way faster. What? How does that work? Developers explain. I think I can fit some mini thrusters if I wanted more forward. And I just wanted to ditch the hover mode. I do think it kind of looks cool to have propellers though. Not sure if people agree, but yeah, well, this is bare bones at the moment. This is kind of like the prototype, because I want to make a much bigger version. But I need this one to work first, and it might actually be there. It's kind of doing everything I wanted it to now. I've upped the balance system, and it fights against me sometimes, but I'm not going nearly as wonky as I used to. Let me try something that usually... No, yeah, it's not spiraling out of control anymore. It's a little jerky. Once it catches the direction it wants to go, it kind of just like whiplash. But we don't care about G-forces here. And if I want to stop, glide down. Still not soft enough to land without damage, I don't think, but if I had landing gear, it would. But there's nowhere to put the landing gear without adding too much drag. Well, I like starting small first, because I think it's easier to do something small first in games where you build things and basically engineer vehicles, because I find that for me, if I can make it small and simple, then it'll be much easier to just expand that. Because when it's bigger, there's a lot more things to figure out, like especially with balancing the weight. if there's a lot more blocks, then like shifting around things or adding more here or there can be more trouble. It's also just not good in general in Trailmakers to have a large body because of the physics that they put in this game. So I think I can paint it now. You do have a point there, but it's like it's just preferable to me. My current best build yet? I don't know what that would be. Well, let me save this version. Just replace the other one. All I did was upgrade the balance system by the motors, making the motors faster. I don't know. I have a lot of workshop stuff here. I mean, I made this. It's my fastest non-power core vehicle. It's got no steering. I just kind of used it to try and get on the the leaderboard for the no power core drag race. It's the best I could come up with at the time. And then I made this little buggy, which was kind of like the smallest, most nimble vehicle I could make. Oh jeez. Maybe bike wheels would be better, but they wouldn't have any traction on the dirt. It also needs its mass lowered. Not really the best. I think they also had better in-wheel suspension. Like they had like a little system before. Let's see, what else? I made this thing using a single UFO engine. I think this one got me on the leaderboard for 1 power core or whatever. It doesn't work quite the same anymore. Get down on the ground. I have these are a lot of the vehicles I used in the campaign. They wouldn't necessarily be all that great. I added monster truck wheels to this shark that someone put on the workshop. It's kind of rad. I drive this in real life. I mean, imagine how awesome you would look driving this around. Its tails, like it almost feels alive. This is a lot of old stuff. Yeah, let's go back over here. I created I created this vehicle, which is a little bouncy, but I am not. It's not really using traditional locomotion methods, so it may not have a way to fix that. I also do need it to try and absorb the impacts. Oh, I thought it would turn around this way. It's you may be able to recognize it. It's inspired from the Tumbler. I really like the Tumbler from Batman The Dark Knight. It's the movies aren't really like my favorite of all time, but just like the Tumbler, just I really like. Ever since I was like 10 or something, I've been fascinated by it. And I even drew a different version. Oh. I drew that. That would probably be better if I went back to my other camera for a moment, because it's bigger. I don't have a full camera, but see, I was doing some drawing, and I did this on stream actually. I streamed when I drew this, and I still haven't found a name for it, but I want to use it in a story I'm creating. Involving oh, let me switch back to this one. Involving a character named Cosmic and his companion named Cece, which may or may not be a cat girl that resembles this one. May or may not. I would like to draw digitally, but it seems like the only hope is for me to get a tablet, because phones and using the mouse are no good. I think I need a proper Wacom tablet. Those cost money that I don't have. It's a pretty interesting story concept, though. At least I believe it to be. Basically, I want to use it as the story is going to be good for my stream as well, because the character in it is called Cosmic because he's me. He's gonna be me from a parallel universe. Obviously not me here. And it's how do I best explain it? I have a little thing here. I guess I'll just read this off. Cosmic saves his money to live his fantasy of adopting a cat girl. After bringing her back, he finds there's no way to tame her free spirit on Earth, kicking off their adventures exploring space, eventually discovering a secret to the universe itself. So, to expand on that, in this universe, it'll be similar to ours at first, where I don't want to just do nothing the whole time, but oops, this way, but so I want it to be about me and my mascot Cece. And so in the story, it'll start off by me going and adopting her, but all the entertainment I have back here on Earth, it, it, it won't relieve her desires. She wants more adventure, and in order to give her that, I have to go out into space and start exploring. And while I'm exploring, you know, I'll find worlds that are most similar to things that you'd find in other fiction. You know, maybe a world where people use their like inner spirit to fire off beams of energy and attack each other with, you know, techniques that you'd find in Dragon Ball or Naruto. And then there will be other worlds more similar to medieval fantasy, you know, just worlds with magic and conjuring, where they use like crystals or dark energy, you know, and I'll find through my adventures that all these worlds doing these impossible things are connected. The way that they do their the way that they the way that their worlds work is the same way that our world based on science works. Basically, there's a code to the universe, and you can manipulate this code to do certain things. So if you understand, you know, the laws of physics, you can create things that weren't possible before. You know, if you understand thermodynamics, you can suck the heat out of something. If you understand, you know, how fluid dynamics work, you can find a way to create, you know, lift in the air and slice through water. Man, I was having fun talking about my. Oh well. All right. Well, if you enjoyed your time here, if you haven't already, maybe leave a follow. I don't know. I'll continue explaining for anyone who might be watching this in the future or is lurking. And so while we produce energy by, you know, either like using turbines or sucking them out of batteries we've made that use chemical reactions, these people will have, you know, crystals that hold energy, or they can generate energy within themselves by using, you know, what do you call it? And like Goku charges up his Kai. What would you call that? Just a technique, I guess. Yeah, I will. I mean, right now I'm gonna talk about my story because as soon as someone gets me started, I can't stop. But basically, after I find that these are related, I take advantage of this knowledge to investigate all the worlds that I can in order to find a way that I can access this code to the universe more directly, basically making it to where I can do anything that I imagine as long as I know the right codes to manipulate. if I wanted to create a fire, but I didn't have any wood, well, I could instead just combust myself. Like, I'd be doing things that aren't supposed to be physically possible because I have gone beyond what is physically possible. And this may sound very strange to anyone who remembers that this all started because I adopted a very cute cat girl to take care of. I'm not really paying attention to where I'm flying. I really should though, but I'm just flying around to fill in time while I explain. And I guess I'm done. I don't want to talk about it too much on a Trailmaker stream. And I'd really like to find the proper terms that I'm looking for whenever I'm trying to explain these concepts that I have, because it's a problem. If I space out something, I start losing people's attention, or giving them the illusion that I don't actually know what I'm talking about, which is completely untrue. I have thought about all these things for hours, maybe even days by now, if you add up all the time that I've been thinking about it. And really, the original idea for this came like months ago. So if you really want to go that far, I really know what I want to do with this story, but I really should be talking about it too much on a Trailmaker stream. So I'll land real quick. Well, I'm not sure. Okay, actually, you know what? I'll do that first. I need to find out how to land. I mean, I guess I gotta VTOL it, but it'll be very hard. I'm kind of... I don't know if he's been here before, but if he hasn't and he didn't follow, I'm kind of glad, not because I didn't like him, but because it means that there are other people out here who are as stingy with their follows as I am. I always find it weird how there are people who can like enjoy someone's content for a couple of minutes and decide that they're gonna follow, and I just can't do that. Why isn't the balancing system working? Okay, well, that's something that can be fixed on a larger version. When I make this bigger, it'll be able to hold logic, and I can use that so that once it detects the ground, it'll deploy the landing gear or something. But in its current state, it's gonna be very rough to land. Now we have everything we need to make the bigger version. Although, can we make this simpler? I'm kind of curious, because I had attached these by attaching one to the seat and one to this. And so that, I need that pipe, but what if I replace these helicopter engines with the other ones? Because the other ones have connection points on the top of them, and so they would be able to connect to each other, right? And so I wouldn't need these. I mean, it's 0.2 kilograms. It's not really that much of a difference. But yeah. Oh. That's my phone. Potential spam. I don't care if it's potential spam. Get out of here. I'm just gonna get rid of a bunch of these messages here really quick. Wait a minute. One, I hear the Trailmakers music. Oh, I got an app message. Oh. Very cool. Let me get rid of these because they're cluttering up my notifications. My stream beats don't appear to be on, or they're very quiet. Which either way isn't good, and apparently I didn't save when I turned music off. What? Wait, what? Apply. Okay, well, supposedly that sounds off. And okay, I'm gonna reload my stream beats. They're not working at the moment. There. Jeez. Stream beats usually run in the background, so I'm not that consciously aware. But I did kind of have a sense that it was getting kind of silent. That's not. It's not good. Don't want empty space in a stream. So right. Making this bigger. To be balanced for it to keep all of its functionality. And the majority of the lift, like 90% of the lift, needs to stay on the mechanism, which means I need to find a way to add more, because it definitely will not be able to lift as much otherwise. Let's duplicate. Well, those are attaching to themselves. And there, but oh right, because the entire thing, yeah, okay. Let's pull all of these up And then let's clone those and alt, twist, and clone and twist. Do I even want to keep the propellers at this point? I don't think I can fit another one, and they're kind of for a hover ability that doesn't necessarily work. It especially won't work at the higher mass that I will acquire. So yeah, goodbye propellers, no longer very functional. So then, do I want to move the thrusters up? Is that all? Or do I want to find a way to fit a third thruster? I think I want a third thruster. The side-by-side two thrusters are kind of cool looking, but I think I want more power. It's a curse of mine to try and get more aesthetics over functionality, but I don't think that'll be the case this time. I think this time wait. Oh, I thought that was gonna be difficult, but I'm so dumb I didn't even realize I was doing something smart. It's all connected already, right? I'm gonna add some structural supports to get things connected to the main body and make sure that I'm actually correct in saying that. Let's just deal with lighter blocks for now. Okay, that's all connected, but that's not right. Oh wait, I meant to put these over here anyway. Yeah. All right. Cool. Very cool. Oh, not that. Nope. Let's copy that over there. Oh, I don't actually need these. Alright, and it's already a bit larger. And it should be quite a lot faster. Oh jeez. Once it gets up to speed. Yeah. It's kind of wobbly now. Might need to add more power to those, the balancing system again. But oh my. It's not quite double, but its speed has increased dramatically. I wonder which size will be the best. Oh. Because like, I'm curious. Also, let's stop real quick. How well does this glide? Still gets down to 34 so far. Wow. Okay. I didn't expect that to be so... I didn't expect it to work so well, to be honest. I didn't think that just stretching it out would be the trick. Okay, well, let's replace these one at a time. Oh, well, you don't even know what I'm replacing, because I haven't said. I want to replace these. I said earlier, but I kind of moved on. But I actually didn't move on, because I still had it up here. But I'm gonna try and take out this component. Even though it's light, I think I can fit more aesthetics. If I don't have this in the way. And so, okay. Let's get rid of that. One at a time. If I'm not mistaken, it should be as easy as replace. Oh. Why is it doing that? I clicked out. What? Oh my gosh. Okay. And then I need to make sure that that's connected there. And then I'm gonna do that. But then flip it, of course. It goes right back into place. And now I need to add this to that. And I need to make sure these are both on 3, I think. Although I might want to add more power, I just need to make sure this is just as functional as it was before without these. Test time. That was not a good test. Why is it tilting like that? Add more power. 4.5. Might be too much for this. I might not want it to point down anymore. Why does it lean like that? It should be balanced. I'm not seeing anything offset, except for maybe the ground. Okay, let's go here. Let's see if it flies. Like a normal plane still. I mean, not very well because it's not a normal plane, but it's supposed to be balancing right now. But why is it tilted? Oh, it's continually tilting. Why are both motors going? Oh, is it because they're... Hold on. They might still have function. Sorry about that, fellas. And just to be doubly sure. Oh, wow. Okay, wait. It's not balancing. For some reason it wants to balance on an angle like this. Oh, I like like that so much. This is the plane I've needed.
Step into a world of music made just for you. Premium is your music, your way. Keep listening, and once we get to know you, we release new mixes based on what you love. Daily mixes to discover weekly.
You cannot
Premium
do
lets
that
you
with a
download
normal
those
plane.
playlists and listen offline.
Whoa.
Plus, enjoy ad-free music. Upgrade now to
I
unlock
mean,
Premium.
this doesn't
Tap the
apply
banner
very
to learn more.
frequently to a game that doesn't really have any air obstacles. I mean,
I love how the four members
the stunts for planes around here are ones that you make. Although I do know that there is a map.
Asian artists every week in our Music Plus talk show, a new type of show created with Spotify's free podcasting platform Anchor.
With Anchor, you can add any Spotify song into your episodes and combine them with talk segments by you to create a Music Plus talk show.
Well,
Want to make your own? It's easy. All you have to do is head to anchor.fm/musicplustalk
get
and
all
download
the
the Anchor
mods
app.
for it. That's right. Yeah, it definitely needs more strength. It's not bouncing as hard as it could. Alright, let's kick them both up to 5 and see how it goes. Full 5s. Oh. There's that one again. Keep hitting an accident. Ooh, that's good, that's good, that's a good takeoff. No, it's not straightening out. Well, it's very straight. It's flying straight on an angle. It's flying straight down into the water. What the heck? Did I mess up an angle at some point? I don't have any roll to fix it myself, but like, it's kind of the point of the balancing system is that I won't have to. Still flies mostly the same, but it does do things like this. I feel like the motors are constantly spinning, even when level. Okay, let's see what happens if I gain altitude and then could use more weight in the center. Actually, more weight in the center might be what I need, because the motors are having a hard time influencing the body whose mass is a lot farther from its influence. I used influence twice. I don't like that. I gotta get more variety in my speech. Also, currently they're installed right here, which is kind of a little bit off from the center. So I'm wondering if I want to either push the seat back or pull these forward. Also, I do need to eventually get onto aesthetics. Adding angles and shapes of sorts to give more to give my plane a look, make it look nice. Could start moving things around now. These. Those can go there. necessarily know if I want these there in the final product, because I would like for there to be a solid looking connection in there. But now that those are moved, I can kind of get rid of this stuff. Just getting a frame put together. And well, let's see how this works. Oh, the pins. I was like, what's that? Still a bit wobbly. Not going to lie. It is a bit wobbly. And it still doesn't want to flatten out. For some reason it likes leaning like that. Do I need more lift? Oh my. Oh my. That is weird. Do I just want to double stack the fins? Will that work even? I want to say no, but maybe. Let's just do it. I mean, maybe not those ones. I don't want to add too much lift. I don't know if there is such a thing yet in my designs, but if there is, I want to avoid it. So let's use these instead. Boom. Okay. So we can look out. Oh, it's tilting still. Its previous functionality, it just doesn't balance anymore. And it seems to be trying to balance here. That's also a problem. Forgot about crab mode. Well, actually, did it land without taking damage that time? I wasn't paying attention. Figure this out. Also want to figure that out. Whenever the heck that's doing that. Well, I know. Well, I'm trying to think of a solution for whatever the heck my plane is doing there with the balancing. I can work on aesthetics. Well, what's better? Going to a point or going against a point? I mean, they're both, for some reason, better than standard block, even though technically they shouldn't be that much better. I mean, technically these both have the same performance as well. Do I want them making like an inner V or an arrow? Yeah, that's all right. Let's replace this with a full block. And then that's not good aerodynamically. So let's fill in that space. What's the best way to fill in that space? I'll use this right here in the center. Oh, I don't actually. Oh, interessante. I didn't think about that. Huh. Well, anyway, let's get another wedge. And I want it like that. You know, like that, like that. Although that leaves a space there.
Ooh, what a vibe. Yo,
Love that song.
I love how the four members all sound so different. Like
I'm Kathleen Scher.
And I'm Allison Toy. On our show Lion Share, we get to feature full songs alongside their stories when we highlight Asian artists every week on the Music Plus Talk Show, a new type of show created with Spotify's free podcasting platform, Anchor.
With Anchor, you can add any Spotify song into your episodes and combine them with talk segments by you to create a Music Plus Talk Show.
Want to make your own? It's easy. All you have to do is head to anchor.fm/musicplustalk and download the Anchor app.
Does it go faster than before? A little, a little. Oh, alright. I see you, I see you. Still doesn't want to balance. Gosh, I don't want to know what it would be like if I took out the balancing system. So weird looking at that. How I just softly float down. It's kind of nuts. It feels so unnatural. I mean, it kind of is. Let's keep working on aesthetics. Because I don't want to get a functioning plane and then find out that the aesthetics break everything. And that would be annoying. Let's duplicate that back here. And that works. I don't actually need that anymore, huh? Oh yeah. This is kind of coming together. It still seems a bit clunky in some areas, and I don't like that. But overall, it's getting a lot better than that wireframe that I had before. And I do believe that these need a lot more help, so I'm gonna turn those up to like 8. And then these ones to 6, and I'm really not sure, like oh, actually, the one for turning, ooh, it's already max. I don't want to have to add another one. I don't like that. Why can't it just spawn? No, it still rolls. Maybe I made them too powerful and they're getting into feedback loops. That's a problem though. I really don't like that. Let's see what happens if I get rid of this. Oh. Oh, sorry, that's that one. It's not the one I want. Hopefully that's alright. Okay, well that fixed the interference issue that we had. Is it balanced? No. It's not countering anymore. Oh, wait. Now it's level. Darn it. That's one thing that I don't like. Is that because of my aerodynamics, it no longer, well, it never did this. but I would like it if it didn't, like, as soon as I let go of this position and get ready to, like, vertically take off, because the boosters need time to accelerate and counter the downwards velocity, I end up breaking myself every time I try and just go straight up after falling for a certain amount of time once I get too close to the ground. So I guess I just need to learn to not do that. See? Well, I mean, I didn't even do it right that time. I didn't do what I meant to do. I didn't not do what I told myself not to do. Oh. See, that's what that's for. An air brake is not the same. I could have tried to turn away. I was going so fast. But what I need to do is I need to start going before I try and go vertical, because the thrusters need time to accelerate. Oh, you know what? I could do something kind of unconventional and link one of the thrusters to this position, so that every time I press that, it turns on. Every time I press space, it'll activate a trigger. Maybe. That way, it might also serve as a way to warm up one of the thrusters, at least, when I get ready for a vertical takeoff like this. Also, now that my things are even, I think it might be a good idea to move one of them. Do I want to move the forward ones back? Wait. So that's... No, I'd need to move the forward ones even more forward. But I think we can try that. I don't know exactly what it's going to do. What? Now my wings are even in this position. That's better. But for some reason, my balance machine can't keep up with this anymore. And I'm not exactly sure I need it, but it is really handy for, like, say, going straight in one direction. I was gonna pull away, but for some reason I thought I had to. Why does it roll like that when you take off? Oh my gosh. It rolls so hard. Maybe turning it up was a bad idea. Well, now it's not countering. Hold on. Thought I got rid of those. And oh wait. Oh, they're both. Oh. I think this one was that one. So turn off that. Oh my gosh. Was that it the whole time? There's no problem not rolling that. Jeez. See, like, what other plane can do that? Just like stop and be like, hold on a minute. Oop. This thing's so fun to fly. And now it's bouncing no problem. I love engineering. I like solving problems and creating cool vehicles, and those two go together so well in engineering. I mean, I'm still not a good pilot, but I think now might be a good time to refine everything. I do think that it would be better aerodynamically if I could somehow find a way to put the pitch balance servo motors in a position more like this to compact them, but they are they serving to connect those? No, they're just kind of sitting there. Because they are kind of rough on the aerodynamics end. So are these, but I don't really have a way to cover those up. One thing I could do is maybe I could move these closer to the center and have like a pole sticking out instead, although they'd be uncentered again, which wasn't really a functionality problem, but it's an aesthetics problem. And trying to get a final product is the time to start caring about aesthetics. Especially since I think I'm enjoying this enough to where I think I want to start posting at places once it's finished. I think I want to put it in the workshop and start showing it off to people. I don't think everyone's going to like it as much as I do, though. That would be a hard thing to do, because I really like this. Hey, so like, what if, you know, just for funsies. Oh, what's unconnected? Oh, right, because this was serving to connect all that. It's gotta connect to one of those, and so that means every time it would be absolutely awful, and I know that, but that's also kind of why I want to do it. What would be so OP though is if helicopter motors were all self-contained and didn't have side connections, because then you could just shove them into, you know, areas as big as the block. but because it has those side attachments, because they're made for helicopter blades, yeah, it wouldn't make any sense. It would probably just be called a gyro. It would just be used to influence your vehicle using rotational forces. Honestly, I thought that I was close to being done with this, like yesterday, when I originally built those first two versions. But after scaling it up and having it operate somewhat better and looking better, I think this one's the best. Maybe I can add these over here instead. Back here? Would that throw off the balance too much? Oh, whoops. I kind of like it back there. And then I want to, because I want you to be able to land on that. And so I just put nose there. Maybe not. But now it just sits on there. There's not even that much interference. You just take off. It's pretty nice. Does it still fly the same? I'm always worried that minute changes to the shape of this vehicle, especially with aerodynamics involved, might throw things off, and it does. It wants to stay straight a lot more. Uh-oh. See? What other vehicle can do that? Like, come on. Man, I should be clipping these. Although it's not the final version, so if I wanted to put any GIFs on the workshop, it wouldn't be with this version. But that's so neat. That, like, you can be like, oh no, I'm crashing. Oh wait. No, I still did. I didn't expect to pitch down so much. If there's anything I need to improve still, besides aesthetics and making it look better, is I need to make it less fidgety, to have finer movement controls. It's kind of, it's very agile, but it's not as responsive. Like, see, I had my finger on the yaw button to pitch down, for that pitch down, for like a second before it actually decided, oh yeah. Wait. No. Okay. I'm sorry. Got you worried for a minute. Oh, it goes forward and back? What the heck? Oh, now it's going just forward. After it lost it correctly. Yeah, thrusters probably aren't the best way to do that. I kind of want to create a vehicle that just moves solely on the, that method. Just having, like, little steppers that go back and forth. Maybe make, like, a centipede. I know those types of creations have been done before. But what the? Wait a minute. Oh, right. I moved these. Which means I don't really need these anymore. But now it's... I want more shape to that. How would I add more shape without adding too much weight or lift? I don't know. I also still haven't added proper landing gears, huh? What to do? Maybe could take one of these. And not one of those. We can still get the basic idea going. If I put one of those there, I do kind of like that. It'll add more drag though, which I don't like. But I can't tell when drag is negligible in this game. Do anything with the front. Yeah, I feel like the front could be better. I'm just not sure how yet. And I still don't like that these cause red, but there's really no other way, huh? Unless there was a block that I don't know about or didn't know about before that just gets rid of drag. Just like a block that they didn't intend you to use on aerodynamic vehicles. Why did I do that one then? I meant to go to probably there actually, because here they have like aesthetic blocks that you probably wouldn't necessarily use to reduce drag. There are ones in particular, like these ones, the bumpers. But I'm pretty sure not sideways, unless it's because it's not connected. Oh my. Oh my. What about this way? What? Really? Did I seriously just find a zero drag block? What if I made my entire front out of this? Would I get faster? Theoretically, wait. 0.6, it would get twice the weight, but the thrusters can overcome that. Oh, they don't have drag themselves, but it also means that they don't. So that's only useful to no one. I can't think of a single reason to use these other than aesthetics, not performance. So they're not useful. They make your things look nicer if they need to. I mean, no, I can't do that. I was gonna say I could replace these because they might not look that great. But actually, I could, but they'd attach to this motor, which means I can't. Maybe this one? Let me just real quickly make sure that that's the, yeah. They might be a better way to do these aesthetically. They weigh almost the same. I just realized I could put this down right now. Basically changes nothing now that I have these to stand on. Could even put them here. No, I can't. Right. Unless. Hold on. Oh, not that one. Just those two. I can either put those there or under, and then it's still connected that way. Okay, I think I improved the looks a little bit again. Operate quite the same that way. And it still doesn't improve aerodynamics, but let's see. They do like the center. They do like the center. They don't really function well outside of it. Well, I'd made a lot of changes. Well, a couple. Oh? I was like, what? Gonna make it negative instead. That's the simplest way. What does it? Yeah, it flies straight up again. Oh man, it's getting so refined. It actually looks nice as well now. bounces, and it goes at least the same speed as before, and it can reach up to maybe 260 if you keep going straight for a really long time. Maybe not. 258 seems like the limit. Oh well. If I could get rid of the drag they have. If there's a way to move those in the center instead. Wait. Hold on. Hold on. Is there not? Oh my gosh. Put those in there. And then if I can find a better place to put these, I might. What side do I want? Do I want the small ball side, or do I want? So overall, it turned out the same, except now I can actually add things on the sides, which means I can do this. Oh, whoa. Whoa, that's crazy. That's absolutely gnarly. Not what I wanted, but crazy. I mean, do I even need them? Hold on. Can I disable that axis of the balancing system? I guess I would need to. Oh wait. Oh, yeah. So that one's that one, and this one's not that one. How did that happen? I mean, I guess I could fix it doing that. Yeah, that is good. That is alright. I mean, it's functionality is more important than aesthetics, although they both look adequate. Now, why aren't they working? It seems like it's spinning. But it's not doing anything. Hold on. Do I need to... It's attached at the bottom. Do I need to do a system like this? Okay, maybe. Or... I don't know what I need to do! The light particles. Looks like weight distribution, by the way. Well, see... I don't think I messed up my weight that much. I have a balancing system. That should... Yeah, I think it's inverted now. I think it's doing the opposite of what it needs to. So let's turn on this one, turn off that one, turn on that one. Ah, yeah, that was it. If it operated like a normal plane, then, yeah. It's not done yet. It's close, though. It will be on the workshop. I am very proud of it. But I want to make sure it looks very nice. And I've worked out most of the aesthetics. And aerodynamically, I think the only abysmal problem aerodynamically are these servos, which how much do they weigh? 5 kilograms. How much do hinges weigh? 5 kilograms. Yeah, I'd make it heavier, but I could make it more aerodynamically sound that way. And I do know that technically I could turn these into a point or something to make it more aerodynamically fluid. But I also want to keep it lightweight. What am I? In front of those servos? Yeah. The thing is I don't know how to get the wedges in front of the servos without like pulling that forward. And like if I pulled that forward and then just made it functional really quickly. Oh, for some reason, oh, I guess I need to fill in all the space there. It's a little bit heavier now, but it is blocking some of it. Although it kind of, that won't make any difference because these blocks are now bad. Heck. Okay. Otherwise, I can drag out some blocks. Would putting a wing in front of it? No, because I also think I want to turn off or turn down steering assist. Wait a minute, why aren't they? Okay, they are the same. Steering help. Let's turn that down to 50. See what kind of difference that makes. Oh, well, to attach those third engines on the front, I use the tip of the wing. So I'd need to make something that wraps all the way around the engine, I guess, to put in front of there. Also, it would move as soon as I do something like that. Functionally, this thing works just as I intended. It might be a little bit of a learning curve, though. Its controls are... they make sort of sense. They could make more sense though, I'm not sure how. It also doesn't land. I might want to add more surfaces for that. Those things attach blocks with 0 resistance. Oh, like those ones, like these ones. You think I should take like something like this and use it to make something that goes around that. Or maybe I could do like that. This'll mess up some things again. Oh wait, this one. And then I could add one of these. Oh, wait. And it could even go for longer ones. Not sure how much that would change, but I think that's the way I gotta do it. That's much better. The back and front engines are uneven now, but it seems to function basically the same. The heavier I make it, the less influence my gimbal engine has on turning. And it's a little more extreme on the pitch now that I put those engines further forward. So I'm gonna duplicate that method to the other ones. So give that more space. I might want to pull these things forward now though, because that's starting to look a little funky. But for the sake of aerodynamics, I think I'd rather change that look for more performance. Yeah, let's see. I want to move basically all of this except for the seat. Oh, right. Oh. No. Why isn't that? What do I have that doesn't want to just move forward one? I'm not seeing anything that can't just move forward. I guess I'll do it individually. Oh, this one. Oh, that one. I know. There we go. Let's move that as well. There-ish. Oh. So I want this to move up one. That to move up one. And then that creates more drag in there, but I can either fill that space or maybe I want to change longer, more pointy wedges. Yeah, I was thinking I could get some better wedges on there too. I don't know how much weight and aerodynamics like are important to each other. Well, just for the sake of testing, let's fill this in here. Having a hard time turning now. Oh, and it still has a big tilt. And I think I need to turn down the angle on that. The yaw. And I need to crazy. Although it doesn't spin out of control forever like it used to. Just taking mental notes here. How hard is it to land? Sadly, kind of impossible. It doesn't have landing gear. It doesn't slow down enough like this, even though it slows down quite a bit. I need like gimbals or something, because otherwise you'll need to have massive VTOL skills to like kind of the balancing goes haywire when you try and land. It's kind of whack. But landing gears should be fairly simple, or like I said, a gimbal placed, or gimbals placed in the right spots. Oh, I didn't even check my max speed. How much did I get more speed from improving my aerodynamics? Well, it definitely accelerates faster. Oh yeah, that's a bit faster. Turning leaves more to be desired at the moment. I hit the walls a couple of times. Oh, the wing area, but then it won't look so good. Yeah. Ooh. The one flaw, it can't land. If I can find a way to fix that problem, it would be so good. I can color it, I guess. You know, that's something I could do as well. Oh. Right. I was gonna turn down the angle a bit to make it less jerky, and it wasn't turning as well as I would like, and this one's at its max, which means I may want to add another, but then I don't like that. I don't like it at all. Yeah, the gimbals. See, one straight in the center would be nice, but obviously that space is taken up for my balancing system. Oh, For turning, I think the back fins are trying to fight me. So maybe if I move their position. That kind of looks bad. Well, let's see if that helps. Then I can decide whether the aesthetics are worth it. Still fly straight well. It does turn a little easier. So useful. I love this plane. Once I make the final version, I want to oh, I didn't think I would actually hit that. I want to make a militarized version that has some guns, because I think a feature like that would be very useful in a dogfight. Especially if you can just like stand still for a second and shoot at your opponent, and then dive down and get back to full speed and start dodging again. Like, the way this works is almost like something you'd see in an anime. Still need to figure out how to get it to land, though. I could maybe get rid of the bottom fins and replace them with a landing gear of some sort. Because they kind of hold me up. Well, you know, I'm gonna save this as version 3. I actually haven't been naming them X version whatever. I've just been kind of calling them things. I don't have a name for it yet. Kind of whack as in like crazy, like it's weird. I named this one What a Quirky Plane Is Plane.
Step into a world of music made just for you.
Oh my
Premium
gosh.
is your music, your way. Keep listening.
45 power chords.
We release new mixes based on what you love. From daily mixes to Discover Weekly.
Might work.
Premium lets you download those playlists and listen
Have
offline.
drag?
Plus, enjoy
believe
ad-free
it does,
music.
Actually.
Upgrade now to unlock Premium. Tap the banner to learn more.
But let's get rid of those. I like that current version, so I saved it, but now it's time to maybe do something a little funkier. You know, I kinda think that I have an idea for something, but pistons weigh a lot, actually. How much does, yeah, piston, never mind. I was gonna think, I was gonna say, like, maybe we could just have a piston that if you land gently enough would just compress a little bit, and that would be so cool. But adding 6 times 6 is 24? That would be 24 kilograms, which might be too much. So let's just, I wonder if just suspension would work, to be honest. Would just suspension work? It doesn't reach out far enough. Darn. Yeah, that's not doing anything. But if we add a ski to it, oh, I didn't get rid of that one. There we go. Skis have fairly good aerodynamics, actually. Wow. Then copy that whole section, and let's, what the? You know what? That's fine. I just need to find a place to put it. Oh, that's fine for now. There. Yep, that just goes there. And then we'll fill in all those empty spaces. It's 4 kilograms heavier, but let's make them stiffer. Well, maybe not stiffer. What's the thing we need to change to make them stop bouncing so much? Dampening? Let's add more dampening. Let's go to, I don't know, crazy number. Okay, maybe that's too much. I didn't know that was max. Wait, I put 1. Okay. That's better than before. Now, kind of, it's a land vehicle now. Woo-wee! Here we go. Alright. Removing those wings might... It's kind of fighting me now. But if it can land, we can always fix controls as soon as we find a way that we can land. And maybe probably should turn those suspension around, but I don't think it matters. But because we can get fairly slow. What? Wait. What? Wait. Okay, well, let's do simpler tests, actually. Okay, that wasn't so bad. Yeah, that seems so... Maybe I just need to lift up my wings before I land next time. Oh, that's bouncy. That's it's still bouncy. Stiffness? Let's bring this down to there. Sure how that works. It can land now though. Let's try what we did before. It lands. Haha. Yeah, it's got the same aerodynamics. And they don't seem to like prevent me from moving forward like I thought they might. I was kind of hoping that they would prevent me from going forward so I could land in place. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I think I might be alone on this, but I think I actually like them pointing out like that better. How heavy are regular blocks? 0.6. Now, oh, that might be too heavy. I was thinking, well, what if I could find a way to make it also land in water? And I think these get lifted up out of the water enough. And so I'm thinking they might be too heavy and I might be making my thing too heavy to perform. But I'm gonna try and fit some of these. And see if they can provide enough to land in water. They probably won't. That's not a lot of you know, not a lot of flotation power, but let's see. Well, no, it sinks. I was gonna say, well, maybe it might take a bit. No, it definitely... Uh-oh. Oh, that's definitely not the way. Yeah, okay. Well, you know, it was fine. Can I... No, I cannot undo those because they were in my last edit. Oh, wait, that's not what I thought I was deleting. Yeah, whatever. Can you... Alright. Here we go. Let's turn that around. We're getting close. we're getting close to final. It was having a little bit of trouble going straight compared to usual. And so I think, well, it was having trouble going straight and turning. So if I move these back to where they were before, it might help me go straight. Yeah, it's much better at keeping straight, but turning's fine as well. What? That's great. I mean, it kind of fights me. Oh, I was not prepared to go in that. Yeah. But I don't have a lot of room then. I don't make my machines with a lot of room. Although, wait a minute. All those blocks, all those 2x1 blocks can be replaced by logic, huh? Do logic blocks weigh the same? Because if so, we're in business. And let's just... No! What? I guess maybe we still need a little bit of forward momentum. Let's try landing over there. Uh-oh. Dang it. Darn it. That's not what I meant to do. I just meant to slow down and not completely stop. My methods are too effective. I mean... So I just have to make controls that are set to activate when like speed is over a certain amount. If I'm going up or down in any direction, the thrusters will do whatever is necessary to keep it steady.
Step into a world of music made just for you. Premium is your music, your way. Keep listening, and once we get to know you, we release new mixes based on what you love. From daily mixes to Discover Weekly. Premium lets you download those playlists
Spotify
and listen
ads.
offline. Plus, enjoy ad-free music.
Premium.
Upgrade
It's
now
one of
to
the
unlock
reasons
Premium.
why I stream,
Tap the banner to learn more.
to make money. So I could replace all of those, huh? Logic was here. So we got distance sensor. We could just make it detect the distance from the ground and then throttle the thrusters for landing. But I think maybe altitude sensor? Speed sensor is speed in total. Which I guess would still work, because thanks to most of the lift, I mean basically all of the lift, being on those, as soon as I turn the thrusters upward, it won't want to go forward anymore, or backward, as long as the balancing system keeps it in check, which is in progress again. I got it to work very... I mean, it works like this, but then if you throttle, it starts losing it. I think I might want to make them all stronger. So let's go up to 5 on these. And I might want to go back down again, but let's try stronger. Whoops. Oh, no. Oh, maybe, actually, maybe I want it to be weaker. Yeah, maybe, I think that was always at a good speed. But I think that was on 4 before, so what if we tried 3? Because maybe it's too much power and it's overpowered. Now forward and backward is fudged up. Okay, well let's turn those down then. Once we get these balancing right, all we need is a speed sensor to activate when I press a button. Right? So now let's put this down to 5. Because in this mode, all I would need it to do is just throttle the thrust. It doesn't like balancing. Now it has problems tilting, which means that there is a balance somewhere. Go back up again, because it was good at 6, but I wonder if it could be better. 5.8. These are probably too small to tell the difference. So going up is good. To be able to just has trouble finding its balance. Maybe no. It did better that time when I slowed down for it. But, uh-oh. Still not the best pilot. Well, let's get a speed sensor. And oh, that's weird. It's got like a little thing in it. Propeller. Is it dependent on distance or direction? I mean. So let's hook that into. Just the bottom thrusters. Let's try giving it less power first. At speed 0. And then I need to replace another block so that that one can be triggered. Wait, can you do that? There must be a way to make it to where that one only triggers after pressing a button. I mean, because at this point... Wait. Oh. I clicked something incorrect. Whoops. Not that. We want that. But basically... I didn't even get... What a buffoon I am. We want... Wait. Has this been like that the whole time? Maybe? Anyway, now it can fly off on its own. Going straight down. Okay. Seems like it's not quite that simple. I wonder why it goes for so long. Because sometimes it just goes for little bursts, but then other times it goes for like 2 seconds. Strength of the signal. What happens if I turn it down? Hold on. Oh no. Right. I need to, well, I'll find a way later to set it to a button. But for now. Okay, now it's gonna start to fall and no, it needs a little more signal strength. I think. Let's mess around with that. Instead, let's go for like 75 increments of 25. Let's go up. The fact that the thrusters need to accelerate is a problem. So, can this thing lift itself with only 4 thrusters? Can it get off the ground instead of the left shift? I'm gonna toggle that specifically to E. Okay. And use E. Okay, so it can't lift itself with just those. Now let's see what happens when I try and do that in the air without the assistance of the ground. Oh, that's weird. Hold on. Level. And select it. Okay. I don't know. I know there is a way, at least with other logic systems, but I don't mess with logic myself usually. If I can hook that only to activate with E, then it'll only try to hover when I press E. And I don't want to add any more. I don't want to add any more blocks. I don't know where I could fit gimbals or anything like that. So I gotta work with these thrusters and logic. Check this one out. Oh, great salvage drone. I didn't even see that in the chat. I must have been too focused. I'll open my workshop now to look that one up. Oh, wow. That is gimbal. That is a gimbal. But there's also another salvage drone. Interesting. Alright. Oh, you know, I could have just... whatever. It's gonna run away. I'm gonna save as this plane is whack. 1.2, I don't know. I just want to make sure that I don't lose that once I start messing with wherever the one I just downloaded is. Is it not going to show up? Even though I definitely just subscribed to it. Hold on. That was what it was called. Looked kind of like that one, but not really. It had a control C. Weird. Blueprint. My downloads. Ah, here we go. Downloaded. Can I spawn it in? have to restart to see it. Or is it in here somewhere? I don't think it would be in here somewhere. Because it looks like it's going in chronological order, and these are things that I haven't used in a very long time. But I do believe I have it. I'll need to restart. Good thing I saved that version. Well, let's try main menu first. Quitting the entire game might not be necessary. Loading all of them up. Taking its sweet time. What? Alright. Saying that that one's the last one I downloaded. Oh, wait, what? Okay. Here it is. Oh my. Did they add... they added extra mass to the helicopter engines. That's something that I thought about, but it would take too much space for... well, maybe not for the one that I use for turning. So that's that way. I made a UFO like this, but it's a lot less compact. This one really does know how to hold its position though. So that goes down. Slowly but surely. There's Q. Ah, I see. I'm guessing E goes that way. What about LZ? Well, L is usually lights, which you can't see right now. Z. Oh, the magnets. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, there's like a hold position mode. But you can extend those out. Wait, which one's the magnet then? Space? No, that was up. That's down. It's up as well, wait. I don't know which one the magnet is. Oh, wait, was that L? No. I'm not sure why you'd wanna... It doesn't seem to be working out very well. So I'm gonna retract those back in. Very cool and compact. And yeah, can get quite stable with those. Z is to have thrust lower down when carrying cargo. You know, this is very refined. Very. I'll have no problem. There is one problem. It's not really made to work like a spaceship. And uh-oh. Right, stabilization. And it's back to normal, I guess. Do I need to get closer? There we go. Alright, so... yeah, there's XOR and stuff. Distance. Distance. There's a lot of other stuff in here as well. Goodbye. Oh wow. Oh wow. The entire structure is made up of logic. Holy cow. I don't know if I can apply this, all of this to my creation. Oh my gosh. Let's just open this up as well. Okay. Yeah, basically like half of the creation structure is made up of logic. And then the other half is gimbals and thrust. I think I know what he's doing, I guess. I do get the basic principle of hovering using logic. I don't understand the entire intricacies of this creation, especially since I haven't even looked at the settings. And that's dedicated to that, which is this gate, and this gate, if it has one output from that one and that one, whatever other one is connected to this one, then it activates this one, which activates the gimbals. Yeah, I understand. Can't fit all that though. I mean, I could just strap this to mine, but probably not the smartest idea. Okay. Oops. I'm in the exit build mode. So I want this speed sensor to only work when it's moving. And then when it's moving, it activates the thrust. But I also don't want it to activate all the time, because then we have this to stop. And because every time it does, just did a hop there. Wait, why is it stuck on now? I'm not doing this. I am just holding space to angle up my things, my thrust, whatever you call those mechanisms that I put my thrust on. Thrust modules. Now it's just constantly on. Oh, now it's not. Now it's just gliding down. Now the speed sensor isn't even working. Oh jeez. Oh, now it's working again. Why? Ah! Jeez, heck, man. this thing became more complicated than I ever planned. Well, just because I'm trying to add a way for it to hover, and I get the concept of hovering, I just don't know how to do it. No. I understand what other people do, I just don't know how to do that myself. Which I guess doesn't really count, but it's kind of like, you know, with mathematicians doing complicated equations. I know how they're doing that. I know that there are steps that you take to you know, solve parts of it until eventually you can solve the whole. But I can't do that myself. And that's the case for this hovering mechanism. I want to keep it as simple as possible, so I just wish that making it to where it'll try and stop every time it moves would work. But it doesn't seem like it would be. It's gonna be that simple. I think maybe it would be better if I have 4 speed sensors for each thing. Maybe then it'll activate, you know, that corner when it's tilting that way, and then like try and balance out. Maybe I could also, it might not be that hard if I could find a way to link it into my angle sensors as well, or not. Maybe both, because like half of the balancing could be done through these if I can think of how to make it to where all of these hover functions only activate if I press E. Yeah, I could. Well, I mean, it's visible right now. And I already know how this works. Oh yeah, one thing I'd like to try though, that I saw on the other one is adding more mass to the gimbal to give it more power. What? All. Oh yeah, that's way more responsive. Although it wants to go down now for some reason. Weird. Oh, and I've slowed down dramatically. I used to be going like 190. I've added a lot of weight since then, I guess. Also drag from the extra mass I added to the gimbal down there. But it's making it more responsive at turn, which I like. What I don't like is that every time I straighten out from going up, if I try and turn down, okay, didn't do it that time. Well, while I'm flying around, let's see. Let's try and get it to do it again. Okay. I think hover seems like it might be another day's work. I think another version is in order for that. I think right now I just want to get it. I just want to refine it again. I would like some more lift in the front somehow. Because it is tilting down a bit more than I'd like. Well, perhaps... What's the name gonna be? True. I'm really bad with naming things. Well, its function is to really be a plane and a drone hybrid. So it's because it's not quite just a VTOL. It's a bit more than a VTOL. I didn't even see that message yet. Because even though it does function a lot like a VTOL, I think it's a bit more than just a VTOL, right? V-rocket. Like it's tilting like that, although now it's straight. Wait a minute. That was spinning on its own. Weird. I think it's creating too much drag. It's pulling me down. Actually, wait. The pipe is actually reducing the drag, at least in that direction. What? Maybe... How heavy are the pipes? Oh, okay. So, maybe I'd actually rather put one of these. Oh, that's right. This. Oh, I don't need that anymore? Oh. When I got rid of that last time, I was like, oh, this might be bad. No, it's perfectly fine. Did that. Oh, that would... Well, let's see if it does. Yeah... What? What's the name? What's the name? Still has turning functionality. What the heck? Oh! No! I wasn't paying attention. I gotta figure out a name. That way people know what to look up, I guess. Will that work? Will this work? Oh my gosh. That works. Whoa. That's kind of cool. What's the top speed? Maybe we could incorporate that into the name. It was accelerating fairly quickly to 260 before. Now, for some reason, it doesn't want to go past 235. It lands now though. Is that what the major difference that took away all my speed? The landing gear? Hold on, let's save this one. Just overwrite the last one. Yeah, okay. So this one was faster. Performs better than my other one, but it can't land. Yeah, overall I enjoy playing this one more, but good luck saving yourself from death when the time comes to land. Oh, hello Oculus Quest player. I haven't seen you in a while. Oh, and VR player. You got a YouTube video linked, but you haven't paid for a YouTube video. Channel points, that is, for me to watch it. Oh, Mr. Green has followed. Thank you for following. I do appreciate it. I would also appreciate it even more, actually, if you could help me name something like this. This is the current version. It can actually land though. This one has landing gear, so it actually lands. If you can come up with a name for this thing though, it's kind of like a VTOL rocket. So someone thought of V-rocket, but the V stands for vertical. And wait a minute, why is it doing that? Okay, this isn't supposed to happen. It's fighting me. It's not controlling at all. What? I apologize. This thing is supposed to work. But V stands for vertical, which means it would just be vertical rocket, which is just a rocket. Okay. Okay, well, it wants to go the opposite direction I want, and now it's spinning out of control. What the heck? Yeah, I mean, I was surprised that it worked in the first place. I'll get rid of those. But it did work. I mean, it'd look dumb this way. Wait. Now things are detached. What things are detached? Oh, that's right. Okay, well, I'll just move that back there. Alright. It has less power now because I had to reduce the mass that the helicopter engine has. But now it's operating normally. It's a VTOL rocket basically. Not quite spaceship level of maneuverability, but it's a lot better than a regular plane because it can do this. At any time it can just switch to vertical Or, I rarely use this actually, but it can also do that. It's actually basically impossible to hit Control and Shift at the same time for me. I should change what direction down, or what button down is, because I can't actually go while pointing it down. I guess... What's a good button to go down? Yeah, it is on Control, but all my thrusters are on Shift because I put the VTOL mode on space because it was the most convenient. Because if you want to go up, you press space. It makes sense. But I can't. It's hard, at least, very difficult to press Shift and Control. Descend in games? Yeah, actually, now that I think about it, C is very what? It's assigned to the camera, that's why we can't use it. Most people's cameras are on C. V it is, even though V is more vertical, but don't think about it too much. Don't think about it. Everything is fine. Alright, so now if I press V, it goes like that. So it's a land vehicle because of the skis and suspension, but at any time it can just whoop, get off the ground and start going up. And the only place it really can't go is on, obviously, rough terrain and underwater. But otherwise, it can do things that most planes can't. And I want to add a hover mode as well, but the logic is a bit beyond me at this point. Think of the V as an arrow, right? Okay, so yeah, I think it's pretty much all functional. I would just like to paint it and give it a proper name. Let's make it all transparent. Oh, crazy. Maybe not. I don't know. I mean, we can paint individual parts as well. Actually, I kind of like the transparentness. Oh, you know what? We could call it like Ghost or something. What do you guys think? What do you guys think of Ghost? Let's make like what if I painted these separately? Okay, I kind of like white on there. Or maybe green, because ghost. And let's make this black. Green. This gray. Ah, no. Gray. That doesn't really change much, huh? And let's make it black. Yeah, that's better. Let's make these gray for that fancy gradient. Should add more green. Let's see what it looks like if all the wingtips were green, or the green, the second color. Rocket Boxer? I kinda like doing something with ghosts though. And then let's gray that. Very cool. Oh, I missed this. Oh. Pink. I want that. Do they have a second color? Oh, those. Alright, that looks nice. I probably should have just taken off vertically. That's one of the features of this thing. Quad V-rocket is also an idea. Maybe. When someone is describing something as like ghostly, there's another word they can use that like as a prefix that means like ghostly or spiritual. Haunted. Not the word I was thinking of, I don't think so, but haunted could work in some way. Made I should have slowed down a bit more. It's still kind of rough. I think it actually might have too much, or not enough dampening. I think it compresses too much. I think it should be at 1.5. I thought it was done, but I was wrong. Phantom might have been the word I was thinking, because like there's like Danny Phantom or like Phantom Rings, you know. Phantom I think is the original word, but also we could use haunted. I want this to be spook, I guess. I'll release it on Halloween. Soul. To me, soul sounds more peaceful. And I want this to be like spook. If that makes any sense. I'm trying to think of other words for like plane. Phantom flying machine. PFM. No, that still wasn't slow enough. Maybe it needs more strength. I'm gonna tweak these while we think of a name. Stiffness, let's go up to 5. Oh wow, that's not a lot. Well, actually, maybe if I turn it up enough to get rid of the bounciness that persists, maybe that's a good tell. Let's go all the way up to. Well, it's kind of drifting back now. Let's see how this goes. What is that? What causes that? I can't get a close enough look because it just like hits the ground and then it's like, ah, I'm dead. Yeah, I think it still needs more dampening. I think it's got too much suspension travel. Jeez. Ah, max, I guess. I mean, it was telling me from the beginning to put max on. It still operates on the ground just fine. Name, I'm always bad with names because I always want it to be good. Oh my gosh, that was the worst one yet. Ow. Is it because it didn't absorb enough? Because it didn't have enough room to travel? You know what? I know it would help. Well, you can just see how this goes. I'm gonna click out for a second. Oh, I can look in my other screen. Synonyms for airplane, aircraft, cab, jet. Phantom jet sounds
There's never been a better time to switch to
What's the
Spectrum
word?
Mobile. You could save hundreds
Basic.
of dollars on your mobile bill.
But
Plus, there are no
does
added
sound
taxes,
correct.
hidden fees, and
Can you
no
stop?
contracts.
Can you stop?
Click to try the Spectrum Mobile Savings Calculator
Where's
today.
the music? There it is. Airbus, aeroplane, airship. It's not really an airship. Aircraft, airliner. Apparently cab works. Nope. Second ad. Dragon. Well, it would change the entire aesthetic, but I guess going dragon route is kind of cool as well. Oh, well, like, as far as colors go, it would change the aesthetic. Because right now we got Phantom Jet. Ghastly Jet. Jet of Souls. I thought about Souls again. Jet of Souls actually sounds kind of cool. I don't think that one really works. Omnijet? Omnijet. Phantom Edition. Even though there's no other editions. But Omnijet sounds kind of cool. And it goes in many directions. Ooh. 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 What other plane can do shit like that? Stop. It hurts your virgin ears to hear shit. Let's go for another landing, shall we? Nope. Maybe I need more travel. This suspension thing's really goofy. Also, maybe I should color those. And you know what? Maybe I should do it in my colors. Like the red, white, and purple. If I'm gonna name it Omnijet. So let's do purple there. The entire suspension probably shouldn't be purple. Well, I also like the black. Suspension's more of a okay, red and black and red. There we go. Dude. Oh, water did get out, but it's fine. My water bottle didn't fill too much. Okay, so this one. Let's do. Purple looks kind of dumb, actually. There. Maybe red, black, and white, because the purple. Maybe purple for the main body. Lots of thonk going on. Purple kind of works there. I do like red better though. Purple works there. Let's get these as well. What colors? Maybe. Trying to figure this out here. I think the Omnijet works for me though as a name. Maybe the engines should not be the same colors. Maybe. I could go for like colors like this. Just kind of go all over the place. Kind of make it a work of art in a way. Kind of go nuts. Stellar Jet. Perhaps. Let's see. Maybe not transparent for those. And then let's go with. Solid main color purple. Actually, just all purple, maybe all white. No, white is too visible for some reason. Weird. All the other colors, all the darker colors are less. I'm not sure what I'm trying to say. There is something though. Let's get these. I did something that I liked on the blue fins, and so what if I did like that? The grass taxi? I don't know. I'm just thinking maybe we should. I want it to be eye-catching. And maybe I should have saved the Phantom version. Well, I still have a chance to actually. Now that I think about it. Entire ring should just be like a blue. And then the inside can be like a darker doing things. Let's make this one pink. These pink and purple. This one just purple. Forgot to get the other one. Have a good one, mate. Yeah, well, I stream fairly regularly, so I don't know. Maybe I'll play Trailmakers and you'll catch me again. But well, hopefully you enjoyed while you were here. I mean, I don't think you would have stayed so long if you didn't, but you know what I mean. Engines. Ah. Keep pressing wrong buttons. Engines will be anything I missed? I don't think so. Ah! Oh. No. Crash. Okay. Well, I think that might be done. The paint job is kind of wacky, but I do also kind of like the blue, pink, and purple. And if you have any problems with it, well, you can always say so. But I'm gonna decline. I just realized that I forgot to color the servos and those blocks, so hold on. Pink. Oh yeah, that works.
Now look at your man, now back to me, now back to your man, now back Picture me, how he smell, not like me, how I smell, down the street. I smell ready for anything, yeah. I smell ready for anything,
Yep.
yeah.
There we go. Okay.
This summer, Sprite is bringing you the Live from the Label tour, featuring live stream concerts from your favorite hip-hop artists,
It's kind of
including
dumb
Lotto,
sounding,
Saweetie, and Jack
but it's the
Harlow.
best I
Need a
could
ticket? Just
come
buy a
up with.
Sprite bottle and scan the label. Scan
And
3
I'm
bottles
sorry
and
for
see
all
3
the
of
ads,
this
I do
summer's
not
hottest
have
showings.
a way to stop them.
Brought to you by Sprite.
Get your ticket to Sprite's
Just
Live from the
find
Label
your
tour
blueprint.
when you purchase a 20-ounce Sprite or Sprite Zero Sugar
Move
at
to the next so I
AMPM.
can type. Wait, why is it backwards? Eh. Soar through the skies. Controls are, well, I mean, I guess maybe I don't need to stream this. I'll finish that. I mean, I finished the plane. I didn't expect to take the entire stream working on the plane, but I did. But yeah, so if you like that, maybe leave a follow. I don't always stream Trailmakers, but you know, most of the people that follow me are from Clone Drone in the Danger Zone, and I don't play that too frequently either, so you know, maybe just follow if you like me. That's probably the smartest decision. That way it doesn't depend on me playing a certain game. And if you like to leave suggestions, maybe you had a problem or something, or maybe you just want me to play a certain game because you think it would be nice, well, there's always the suggestion box. It's down below in my about page, which there also happens to be a link to my Discord down there. So whether you're watching this now or in the future, you can still do those, unless it's like really far in the future and I change the about page a lot. Isn't likely though. Yeah, I'm dragging this out too long, so I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, night, or anything in between. Whether you're stuck between dimensions, I don't care, as long as you enjoyed this stream / VOD. I don't care. Just enjoy the rest of whatever it is for you. And I got nothing else to say except for goodbye. So yeah, goodbye.